Okay, we are live. And now I have to go over here. Give me a minute. I got to figure this mess out. Okay, where am I going to
I don't
now?
know. It's not live on YouTube yet. There it
There it
is.
is. You got an echo.
There.
Merry
Now.
Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. We're just checking in, see how everybody's doing. We got Daryl and we got Polar Bear Ed's Garage on here. Just checking to see how everybody's a doing. Hopefully you had all had a good holiday. Didn't eat too much and get sick.
Nope. I'm still semi on my diet, so
Semi.
Hey, there's Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
Hey, Thomas.
hi Thomas.
Merry Grinch Christmas. All right, he must be playing the Grinch this year, huh? And Thomas, hopefully you're not at work. Most places are closed.
Yeah, usually he's at work.
You know, daggone pizza shops are even closed.
Yeah, yeah. I went to Mom's today. Uh, I was planning on working out in the garage when I got home from Mom's, but you guys are going live, so I'm like, that sounds like more fun.
Oh, yeah.
It will be.
Thomas Andrews. Hell no, he ain't working today. Probably eating and laying around. Hey, there's poor Dirt Farmer. How you doing?
Full dirt farmer.
Hi, Farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been crazy. I haven't heard from Cajun today.
Cool.
And
And Mater.
Mater.
Yeah, I heard from Mater.
Yeah. And Thomas, he visited his mother's grave today. Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's always a plus.
Yep.
But
Yeah. Hey Ken, how you doing?
Hey, Ken.
Hey,
Alright.
Ken.
Ken Bates, I don't know who that guy is. I think he's over there by No Hope, isn't he? Around Louisville, Loserville, whatever the heck it's called over there. Yeah, you remember Sandy and Dean that lived over there in Fairhope?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of looks like an head.
Yeah.
Head.
He sold out up there in No Hope and he bought a place down here right up from us here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. He got out of that area. But now he's gonna figure out he made a mistake because taxes are way higher.
Yeah.
And he's inside the city limits. So,
No, he's outside.
is he outside? Yeah, he's
Just
one house.
outside. One house outside of it.
That's good.
But that puts him back into Stark County.
Yeah.
Stark County's higher.
But that's kind of why I bought where I bought. Still close enough to Mom and everybody, but my taxes are lower.
Right. Yeah, taxes are phenomenal anymore. So what have you been doing, Daryl? Anything?
Not much of nothing. Can't afford to do nothing.
You got all that heat down there. I figured you'd be out there working in the garage and stuff as warm as it is.
It's colder down here than it is up there.
Really?
I was down there in South Carolina and had to line my trailer, and I'll tell you, whew, it was cold. I wasn't ready for it down there.
It has been up here in these doggone mountains and the wind tunnel effect up here. It has been down below in negative numbers a lot of nights around here where it's blowing through, that wind chill and all through here. So
Right. So you've been doing pretty good other than all that mess?
yeah, pretty good, I guess.
How's the wife doing? Oh yeah, Delisa. I can't remember her
If
name.
he don't get my 4-wheeler running, he's going to be living in the shop.
Uh-oh.
She needs a
Well,
four-wheeler because
you
All
think-
I need is a spark plug put in. I can't get to it.
Oh, daggone it, Thomas. You and them Tecumsehs. Phew. Them some bad news machines there. Wow. What'd she do to her four-wheeler?
I've never changed a spark plug in it.
She's never changed the spark plug in it, and she has actually let it set up for 2 years and ain't rode it.
Well, you may as well just take that thing down to the well then.
Well,
I will. You come with me.
No.
probably my luck. I was gonna had to the doggone carburetor gonna have to come off of it and be cleaned out and all that stuff since it ain't running 2 years.
I just have
Wow.
I just cleaned a carburetor for a 4-wheeler the other day. It looked like it had pink Himalayan salt in the bottom of it.
It'd been sitting a while then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Cleaned up real easy, but when I took the bowl off, it looked like somebody had filled it full of that pink Himalayan salt.
She said that. She said she'd never changed the spark plug, so it's been in there 22 years. So I don't know. I don't remember changing it.
Uh-oh, Thomas is in bad shape. He lost his remote for his TV.
Ah,
I did that one day. It was down in my chair. I fell asleep. In my chair. Woke up, tried to shut the TV off, and I couldn't find the remote nowhere.
Yeah.
Unplug.
Wow. Crazy.
yeah.
It's been so long since I've got on here, I couldn't remember how to even get this thing started up.
I had to ask it. What are you talking about?
No, holler for Millie. Let them meet Millie. Millie. Go over there to Daddy. Look at
I
the
made her.
light.
Don't get her started.
Hey, how you doing, Mater?
I made her.
I figured that he was done with them
Hey, Monica.
Tecumseh motors, but he must really like them. There's Monica.
Hi, Monica.
So how have you been there, Mr. Mark? You still trucking up, or is the back finally got you?
No, I'm still trucking.
The back's got him too, but he still trucks.
Peterbilt, $50-some thousand Cat Platinum rebuild. It's down again, motor.
Uh-oh.
Now I got the Kenworth, and oh boy, night and day between them trucks. And I'm not used to driving a DEF truck. I like my old 600 Cat. So, it's like I'm driving a Volkswagen. This DEF truck.
And you smell funny going down the road.
I hate it. I hate that truck. I hate it.
It came from the well.
That thing needs to go clean below that well.
It's the pink tutu in the bunk.
Something. Well,
Yeah, that was the thing he left off his list the other day that he lost in his truck was his red panties
yeah,
before he went to sleep.
they're hanging in the windshield.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Monica. Yeah, I really missed a Pete because I got a refrigerator, freezer, microwave. I got everything, big inverter, and all that. And I make my coffee and everything right there on the truck. But this Kenworth don't have that stuff. It's kind of wimpy. But and it don't have the room as my Pete does.
Thomas said it's only 14 degrees. Where's he at?
14 degrees. Where's Thomas at?
You saying it's one of them rent by the hour rooms?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't even call it a room. I really would.
Oh, while I'm thinking about it too, the club meeting is in February, the last Sunday in February. If you guys are interested in going,
Oh, he's in New
Where at?
Hampshire.
down at the track.
I don't think we ever go to any club meetings
All right.
because I don't really worry about club meetings because everything that we run is open, whatever fits ships. So I don't really worry about their rules and regulations and all that because it don't really pertain to us. And I don't want to vote on somebody's class that I don't run it. So,
Fair enough.
and that's what biggest part of the beef is on most of them clubs is people are voting on classes they don't run, which I don't think is none of their business.
Right.
But that's my opinion. But then again, there ain't enough tractors running most of them classes, so they'd have a hard time getting a vote.
Did you?
Actually, the 12, 14, 16 horse classes are pretty big now.
Yeah.
That's where most of the tractors are at now.
I was sitting there watching it, and the big fellas is running the little small class with the kids look like me going
Well, you remember the Pastores, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Thanksgiving Day. Ethan got in an accident and died in the accident.
I heard that.
Yeah. Yep.
I didn't
Thanksgiving
know.
afternoon.
See, I didn't hear any details or anything. I just seen that he got in a wreck and passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
I
hard
think I saw
day.
that on Facebook.
Yep. Good kid. Hard-working kid.
Very good kid.
And he was only 18 years old, and he would have been 19 that Saturday and got killed on Thursday on Thanksgiving.
Yes, I saw that.
That was the one Bo was posting about. I think
Yes.
Yes.
Bo posted about it being.
Yes. Very good kid.
Very, very good kid.
Like I didn't start it.
Did you see where that little video I sent you a Bo riding around in the toter kit, the toter spinning around in the yard and stuff. I was joking with him and said that little Bo right there driving his new job was.
No, I didn't know that you moved, Monica. I thought you was in California. She's in Illinois.
Yeah, she moved up there to Illinois.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Monica
it's been 3
TR.
years. We should have known.
So I knew she moved. I just didn't know where to.
Yeah. North Central Illinois.
She's out in the cold.
Man, why does people move north? Why not move south? The further south you go, the warmer it is. Common sense.
That's not true. I've been working in the South for the last year now. In fact, I was down there when the last hurricane hit.
Not the Helene.
Helene.
But see, it stays
Yeah, but-
warmer longer in a year than it does cold.
Yeah, but you got to get now. You got to go around all the way around your hand to get back to your thumb. I mean, with
Yeah.
all the roads washed out after that one. So
Well, I was down there. I loaded that morning. And I figured, okay, I'm going to beat this thing up out of here. And I was over there. And I come up. And I was trying to get back up to 40. Because I was right over there by where it hit real good. Shoot. There were so many trees and stuff across the roads. I didn't get up there to Fort Chiswell until 9:45 that night. And I started out at 8 o'clock in the morning to go 100 miles.
yeah,
And then when I pulled into Fort Chiswell, right at the red light, I was sitting there on the ramp. I went to hang a left and I blew an airbag on the drive.
oh
Oh
no,
my God.
So that was,
What did you call it?
I was there at the Flying J. I pulled in there. A guy come out after hours, $1,395 to replace that airbag.
holy
Oh my
cow!
God.
Yeah.
That
And then
was-
I said to heck with it. I went to bed. I got up Saturday morning and trucked on up home.
After hours, they don't have a shop there no more. 24 hour
No,
shop.
it was closed.
They had lost all their power.
They lost all their power. And they
Oh,
couldn't even take my credit card or nothing. It all had to be cash and everything. And I was like, oh boy.
Oh, it flooded up there too. I forgot.
no.
Yeah, everything was down.
The only place that's tricky is the New River because they dropped that bitch
Yeah, they
30 feet.
they dropped the lake and all up here.
The creek and the lake.
Creek
That's
and
the
the
only
lake,
way we
they-
survived.
They dropped it so fast it wasn't funny this time during that. So all of it north of there was flooded, and
That's what we got away with it.
that's how but
But we're on the top of the mountain, so if we ever float away, y'all in trouble. Start running.
yeah.
Well, what did you think of that stuff there in North Carolina? What they did to them folks down there?
Well, that is ridiculous. What FEMA dude screwed them over
But
down there. Now,
here's the thing. You tell me, we watch the creek down here all the time. And we see where those great big old huge hardwood trees go. Where do they come from? That's what we don't understand. The same trees are standing and they go under all these railroad trestles and everything. How does it happen? Me and Daryl, we're always astonished every time we go down there and look.
Oh yeah.
I mean, where does it go? And then our neighbor,
yeah,
he
but
bought a piece of land, cleared it. He cut down all the hardwood, left the softwood, and built his house right on the edge of a cliff.
Oh gosh.
No.
Yeah, he messed up when he cut the hardwood down because that is the roots that held that ground together. And he was
Mhm.
right there at the creek. So
well,
a big,
it's,
beautiful house. I feel sorry for him, but I
but
tried telling him.
they done all them people in North Carolina wrong though. I mean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was bad.
They're still doing them wrong.
Yeah, down
$750 or whatever.
Asheville, North Carolina got washed out. I mean, I-40 and the gorge down there. I mean, they've always had problems in that same
Well,
spot down there.
When all that hit, I was 13 miles back east of where it hit. And I couldn't get back up to 40. And I run across some little old 2-lane roads all the way back up through there and come out just before the scales there on 40. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. And it took me that long to go 100 miles from 7 o'clock in the morning.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
And he didn't have no cell phone. Nothing was working.
Mater says his coffee's empty.
Well, come on over, Mater. We still got more.
Mine's full now.
But yeah, that was
Sandy, where's his ice cream? Thomas is still working.
No, Thomas, I'm waiting for my ice cream.
Oh, Lord.
You never brought me any.
What the heck is that road I run over there coming up?
65 or 68.
64, I think.
It is 64.
I run across that 2-lane of 64 a lot down there in North Carolina. Because I try to avoid that scale up there on 40.
yeah.
I don't know why I avoid it, because it wouldn't be like I'd be overloaded. I mean, I just fill the bucket and I get. But
Yeah.
Well, one of the big things that sucks down there around Asheville and stuff is there's companies that were donating them little modular wood structure camper trailer things.
mm-hmm.
They won't let them use them because they're not permanent structures. They're not suitable for living in. They're making them live in tents and shit.
Oh, Lord, who's this guy in the basement?
Mr.
Oh,
Briggs.
there he is. I see him now. Mr. Briggs, how you doing, Scott?
Having fun.
There you go. Yeah, but anyway, when I was down there and that daggone thing hit, I was in the midst of loading. You should have seen that guy on that traco trying to get me loaded and all that wind and rain coming down. And then me trying to get my wagon tarp
Yeah,
back
give me your
over.
phone. You have some pictures on you.
I got some pictures of it.
Lucky you didn't blow that roll tarp off there.
Oh boy, it was something. And I was like, and then I called into dispatch and told them I'm loaded. They said, "You're down there in that stuff?" I said, "Well, where'd you send me?"
Well, I reckon it was the best that you was running while it was going on, because if you'd have waited till afterwards, you might not have got out of there. You might have had to leave the truck down there.
It was wicked, let me tell you. And I was just barely fitting between the trees. I don't know if you ain't gonna see that.
But if you was in Whitfield, you know, you got my phone number. You could have called me, and we could have took my pickup truck and run down and got an airbag. And
I didn't have no service. There was no internet.
Oh, it still didn't have no service down there.
No, not even at Whitfield when I pulled in there. And then that guy, boy, when he hit me with that bill on that airbag, good God. I was like, I just got robbed.
Tell him to write your number down on a piece of
Hi,
paper.
Drifty.
Yeah,
Just send us a message through
not
Facebook.
if he didn't have no.
Did he have Wi-Fi?
He didn't have nothing.
How you doing, Drifty? Good seeing you. Hopefully you had a Merry Christmas.
Ah,
Yeah, if there's something like that you can fix, and you in this area, Mark, holler at me. I'll run down there and pick you up, and we'll go find the part. And
Well, that was the main thing. That heck, all their computers, everything was down. He brought 3 airbags out to try to match them up because he couldn't get no access for his computer or anything. And it was like, oh boy, that was a bad deal. And then finally, once we got it going, and I just bedded down there and stayed till Saturday about 10, 11 o'clock, and then I took off north. I was like, I ain't moving. I'm beat.
Briggs must be down south.
they're not old enough to be beat.
Where in the heck is Briggs? Has to be in Florida.
Of course. I ran out of beer, so I had to come down and get some more.
Oh, Lordy.
That's where his sister lives.
Did you
isn't it?
move to Florida yet, Briggs?
No, I'm working on it. Gotta wait for 2 more years.
2 more years. Are you going to retire?
No, I
then?
said a few.
Few more.
I got a brand new baby great niece here. Had to come down and see her,
There you go.
and finally getting a boy in July. So it'll be 9 girls and 1 boy.
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Well, that's a good thing, Drifty, that you're having a blessed Christmas. I gotta start watching this screen too.
Get out of think.
Yeah, I'm not used to this. I'm way out on it.
You'll be there in no time, Mater.
yeah,
He's only got 151 to go for 1K.
have you been back down in that part of the country since you're in the Mark?
What's that?
Down in North Carolina and stuff.
Yes, sir. I'm there every week. In fact, I'm leaving in the morning back down there.
Well, is they getting getting the roads back open down through there?
They got the roads cut open just to the white lines on the edges, but the edges of the roads are all still completely tore up, and they got all the tree crews and all that, and they're still running new power lines and cable lines and all that and everything.
Oh, I know they said it was a serious cluster down through there. I know that.
A lot of money to be made down there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kevin was down there for like 4 weeks or something like that with his company, doing
Mhm.
roofs and stuff. Kevin.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, it was a lot of stuff tore up down there. It's still tore up, and I mean, I'm hauling out of there. I've been hauling now for ever since this thing happened.
Well, you was before,
But I was down there beforehand too, and now it's phenomenal. I don't think they're ever going to get caught up, and there's still folks up there on the mountain and everything with no power and stuff. They're still trying to restore all that because it took the telephone poles, wires. I mean, it took it all out.
Oh yeah.
Kevin was down there on after the first storm,
Okay.
and his company rounded him up and put him on an airplane and flew him back. And left their trucks and equipment and stuff down there. And after the storm had passed, they went back down.
Right.
he's making some good money down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were doing more cleanup than they were doing roofing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, with a dump bucket, you you got to be making money. You'd have to be making money right in there if you was even the local guys is probably making a lot of money hauling that debris off down there.
Oh yeah. But all I haul is hazardous waste. So
Yeah.
hey, there's go karts. How you doing, Nate?
Come here,
Good to
man.
see you.
Come here.
Very
I
good.
eat these
I
here.
Nate.
These two
See
here.
how big that little puppy is now.
Look at this horse I got.
I thought you had a puppy.
Yeah.
Look what it turned into a horse.
It's been that long since I've been on.
Yeah, because we seen it when it was a puppy.
When it was a puppy.
Yeah,
She's 60 pounds.
she's 60-pound rattle box now.
Well, my little puppy's over 100 now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But now I figured I'd do a pop-up. See how everybody was doing. The missus is talking, wanting to go back and start running some of this again. And I'm thinking, oh, Lordy, what it's going to be a headache.
Well, see what y'all want to live stream some more?
Huh?
Yeah. She said,
Y'all want to live stream more?
She's talking.
Yeah.
I got to, Sandy, I'm going to send you a message here in just a second.
yeah, they're on the.
All right.
Hey, Monica said she can't see the puppy. Got that puppy up there.
Move
Come
the
here.
computer.
Scaring him away from his money.
That ain't no puppy no more.
Nope.
Uh,
She's a,
Hey,
she's a pure devil now.
yep.
Now, if they want to see something funny, usually dogs go ape shit over cheese wrappers. You open a tennis ball can and she goes plug wild, don't she?
Yeah, she's a tennis ball
Hey, Scott.
junkie.
Look.
Hey, Mr. Briggs, can you see the chat? Can you see Thomas's thing?
Thomas can jump in a river. I ain't no Grinch.
Actually, Monica, she's got 13 breeds in her. She's got all the bully breeds plus everything from coonhound to all the bully breeds to everything. She's one we picked up at the pound.
she's a Heinz 57, huh?
Yeah,
What I call her.
She's a rescue dog. She's lucky.
yeah.
She's got a home.
What you doing?
Yeah, they were going to euthanize the mama. They tied
Oh, yeah.
against that night in January. Pregnant with a
Wow.
little
What you doing?
Now about heading back down your way again tomorrow, Daryl.
Well, if you get down this way and and like I said, if you need something like that, to holler at us, and I can run over there and pick you up, and we'll go find something.
Yeah, I carry enough tools on the truck to do the job and everything, and it's just like, once that hit, it was just like everything was down. The internet's everything. They couldn't even research my VIN and stuff to get the right airbag or anything. They didn't have anything. So then they had to play the matchup game. So I wish I kind of would have just stayed home. I knew it was coming, but I thought I could get in and get out before it hit. Well, I got caught right in the middle.
Yeah, you thought you would.
Was that before you with the
Olivia doing?
Peterbilt or Kenworth?
No, that was with the Pete. And all I could think of was, I don't want to scratch this paint up on this truck.
Yeah.
I was ducking and dodging trees. It took so long for me to get to that dang truck. I was like, why am I down here? But it was too late. I was already committed. I was down there. It hit. The roads were like a foot of water on them and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, and I was just, if you could see the pictures that I have, I had like inches between the truck and the trees. on the roads coming up out of there. And I was like, good grief. And I was like, I ain't doing this again. And then that new tarp system on my wagon. Oh, man. I was just there.
Well, I mean, the traffic is still, because they still, since 40 shut down, everybody's having to come up this way and go round. So it's still, the traffic is still crazy out there on the
Yeah,
interstate.
you had to go 81 that day.
Well, I generally myself, because of my wagon gets too big sometimes, most of the times, I run 81 to 460 and run 460 up into West Virginia that way.
That's a pretty route.
Yeah.
I love running up that way.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can cut off without having to go all the way to 460. Just
Well,
cut off.
sometimes I'll go up 100.
Yeah, there, run right up through right up in Parisburg and come out right there on 460 and
Yeah. I don't know. I go all different ways because you get dumb people.
Where you going?
Hey, Bucket, why are you going up that way, Bucket?
yeah.
I don't say nothing. My radio don't work. I hear them. My radio don't work. I go about my business.
Get most, but like I said, it from what I've heard, I understood that even there along the river in 460 was bad because they opened the dam up here off the new river, and all down that river down through on 460 there, it got screwed up pretty bad too, according to what I heard.
Well,
I haven't been over that way, but
I guess we're going to do a big cleanup right there off 81. There's a big hill over there, and it's got a bunch of cattle running on it.
And
A feedlot. And I guess there's so much hay and everything on that hill, and they're rolling the bales down the hill. Now, all the animal feces is getting into the water down below, and it's got to be cleaned up. It's right there by you guys.
Is that in Dublin?
Yes.
Oh, that's where they built the new Volvo plant.
And,
Yeah,
and there's a big feedlot across the road
yeah,
on the south side
yeah.
there. And they're rolling the bales down the hill, and all that's going down in that water and contaminating, going on down the creek.
It's out there past the James Hardy plant, up on the hill.
okay.
Hush.
That farmer there, he'll have a big bill when the EPA gets done with him.
I imagine so.
Oh yeah.
Well, not only that, it's the county and Volvo is behind it also. Because see, Volvo built it. Have you seen the new Volvo plant out there?
I've been by it. I don't really pay that much attention. I'm usually strolling pretty good going up through that way.
Well, that's the county and another dude, you know who he is, and Volvo was behind that.
Wow.
And I'm surprised y'all haven't had to clean up behind the sheriff's department. All of that contaminated soil. That might be something y'all need to check into.
Well, we did the Volvo plant, and what they had there at the Volvo plant was back there in the back, them battery operated semis.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? They had 22 of them batteries lay over. All that acid went down into the concrete. They had to bust it all up and have it all hauled out.
That's why they were doing all that construction after we
Yes.
figured out what was going on.
Because they had a spill.
All the lithium.
Yes. And they had to dig down 20 feet in the ground below that concrete to get all that out.
Holy cow.
That was a big EPA mess.
Ooh.
And rumor has it they're going back again because they still didn't get it all and it's still bleeding.
Well,
Bleeding through to other areas.
Well, I just watched I just watched a documentary yesterday on a place down here, right there along the Ohio River, that they're taking contaminated fracking dirt into a warehouse, and they were only allowed to have, I forget how many ton, but they've got like 10 times as much in the warehouse, just laying on the concrete, and the company went belly up. So now they're trying to figure out who's going to pay to have it hauled off and everything else. And the company, well, it went belly up because they got fined. And the people in the town are like, I mean, this is radioactive shit. This isn't just dirty dirt.
Right.
I mean, it's radioactive shit. And
yeah, I haul all that. And I tell you what,
well,
the money is phenomenal. The more accidents they have, and as soon as the EPA comes in on it, the money is just stupid.
Well, I don't know if you'd be hauling this stuff or not, because it's going to have to be in radioactive containers.
What they do is they put a liner inside of my trailer. You swing the barn door and you launch it off the back inside of a secured facility.
Well, the way they're talking is they have to have specialized carriers,
right?
Like those ones that are running up and down
with the tank.
Well, they're square boxes.
Yeah,
but they're lead lined or whatever for the radioactive. Yeah,
it's a box that goes inside of the trailer, and then the back of the trailer completely opens up like mine does, and I can just slide that whole thing off and slide out from under it. Well, some of them have to be picked up off of it.
Well, the ones they were showing were the ones that are running up and down 40 there, or whatever that is, right there below SIO.
Yeah, that's them sandbox carriers. That's basically just like a container trailer.
Like
they
a Connex.
Pick the whole box up and set it down, and then it pins on.
Yeah. That's what they were showing, that they're going to have to use those,
right?
Because they have some kind of special liner for the radioactive stuff. It's not just a regular dump bed,
right?
But yeah,
it's all about the money.
Well, they were showing people's clothes that haven't been in contact with it for like 2 years, and it still has enough radiation coming off it can be harmful to people.
Yes. It's crazy.
Well, they never have actually said what come out of that train wreck that y'all had up there, Mark.
What's that?
Did they ever say what them chemicals was that they went in that little creek?
That is undetermined. We don't know what we was hauling out of there, but it was millions and millions and trillions of gallons that went in the ground, and now it's acting again and killing all the fish and everything in the stream.
Oh gosh!
Oh my God!
So
fish.
And the EPA will be all over it again. But then the city tried to sue the EPA because they still was having water problems and issues, and they're still trucking water into East Palestine.
Oh gosh!
You're talking about the wildlife
for all that. So it's a big mess.
Yeah.
And then they got their air quality control, and they got all that and everything all in place in order that they're still running tests and all that, but they're still got a problem with the streams.
Yeah, and I mean, and that goes right straight directly into the Ohio River and all down through there and all the way to Mississippi, don't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a big mess, and EPA says it's good, the other people say it's not good. So that'll be a court battle that goes on for a long time.
Yeah, that's what brought this warehouse to light, because they sit like 300 feet from the Ohio River,
right?
And they were showing flooding. The flooding was within 6 inches of going into big garage doors.
Yes,
and they wanted to know what would happen if the flooding would have got higher and got into that dirt. Well, it would have washed into the river.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there that used to be a big old what they got downtown. There used to be a big old cast iron plant down there, I think, and that down there behind the sheriff's department, and they're gonna have eventually have to start taking all that dirt out of there. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of it too. It's right on Peak Creek. And that
Yeah.
goes
Well, you figured right there at East Palestine, that job there lasted over a year hauling out.
yeah, well,
well,
Anything the EPA gets its fingers into, they're going to make money.
yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
that
It's big money.
WAPO is expanding more and more and more, so we'll be getting a lot of business from them.
Yeah.
That's the good thing about being licensed for the hazmat, because you get random calls left and right. And Page, who we're leased on to, is phenomenal. I mean, they're like one of the number one top carriers of hazmat, and they're up out of New York, but then they get a lot of work.
Yeah, well, you're lucky to actually have something like that, because they said that all the freight hauling was actually in bad shape this year. So the whole year's been bad.
Everybody there for 6 weeks straight. I went out and hauled one load a week.
Yeah.
And I would deadhead all the way down there to get it. I'd deadhead 600 miles to get the load and then come back home, dump it, and I'd be done.
They kept saying there ain't no loads.
It was just
Gotta
slow.
wait till after election.
Well, if it's paying well enough, you can go empty down there to grab it and come back.
Well, you figure $135 a ton, and you put 25 ton on.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can. I mean, you can. Where are you having to carry that stuff back to? New Jersey or?
Nope, Canton.
Oh,
Canton, Ohio.
Holy cow! That's right. They're making a big
10 miles from the house.
A big dump right there next to you. Then.
Yeah.
Envirite.
Oh, gosh. Well, how did they clean that stuff, Mark? Or they just
Big furnace with conveyors. And I can't. It's actually, how do I want to say it? It's a crematory.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They burn it.
They
High
burn it.
temperature. High
Then
temperature.
it comes to the landfill after it's burnt.
Mm-hmm.
You guys don't get them loads though.
What's that?
After it's
No, after it's burnt, we don't want it. It's too cheap. We're not hauling that shit.
Well, from Atlanta, Atlanta back up to North Carolina will be about as far as you just about got to run empty down to here, down back up. So,
I run my truck empty more than I'm loaded.
that's that's like the old man used to do when he was hauling cars. We'd haul one way most of the time.
Right.
And then you go chase the pennies for the next load.
Yep. That's basically what I do. I just chase the pennies. Where the hazmat spills are, that's where you're going to find me.
Well,
But that's what pays it. So
and you still got two trucks running there, Mark, or is it just running one?
just me. Just me. Like I said, the Caterpillar, over a $50,000 rebuild, and the motor's down again. But that's Cat's problem now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta love the warranty work.
Okay. Knowing them, they liable to try to say it was something you did or something.
No, sir. It was out of the frame overhaul. They machined the block. They did everything. It's their baby. It's the platinum. You couldn't buy the better rebuild ever for the motor. And it's got 31,000 miles on it.
Remember?
I'm fighting with the dealer right now on one of our lease vehicles. I'm saying it's a wheel hub going bad, but we're so close to being out of warranty. They keep
don't
telling me
wanna cover
no. Well, they keep telling me, oh, it's the tires. The tires are cupping. Well, why are the tires cupping? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And they keep telling me, well, they just cup.
No bull.
Okay.
Is it making noise or anything?
Oh yeah, it's howling and it's not loose. You can't wiggle it,
Right.
but it's
So
howling.
why don't you got another one of them vehicles there, correct?
No, it's the only Malibu we have.
I was gonna say if you could switch tires out.
I'm when I get back from break. It's out of service right now because there's nobody using it. I'm gonna rotate the tires, and if the noise don't move, then it's going back up there, and they will fix it.
Right.
Because I've already talked to the owner of the dealership about it, and I told him what I'm gonna do, and he's like, "That's fine." He said, "If it's still there," he said, "you come see me before you take it to service, and I'll walk in service with you and tell them to fix it."
Right. Well, that's just,
we lease too many vehicles off of them and buy too many vehicles off of them and rent vehicles off of them to have them try to, screw us over.
right.
Especially when there's two other dealerships in town trying to get our business.
Right.
Hey, have you been to that Myers yet up in Alliance?
Yep, been there twice.
Is it good or bad?
I don't like it, but a lot of other people like it. They said the prices are better, but the 2 times I was in there, it took me twice as long to find anything that I was looking for.
Well, you didn't know your way.
But like when you first walk in the door on the one side, I'll be on the right hand side of the building, that's the meat department. It's spread way out, like pork's over here and beef's over here and chicken and stuff, then frozen stuff, and then prepackaged stuff. There's no flow to it.
So you're saying it's wasted space.
Yeah, and it's kind of like in your face when you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sensory overload.
Yeah.
And then everything on the shelves. Heck, when I was in there, just the bread section alone is probably 2 or 3 times the size of what Walmart's is, and it's all along the one back wall. So if you're looking for something, you got to walk all the way up and down until you find it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a weird layout. Same thing with the frozen food section. I guess if you went in enough, you would learn the store and stuff, but it was just too much for me.
I've never been in the Myers store, but I've been to their daggone warehouses, and I did not like them.
Well, and the one guy that I was talking to about it, he's like, well, you become their, get in their members perks, and you get this and you get that. I'm like, I don't spend enough to be able to get that offset,
Right.
He's like, well, if you spend $100, you get this much off. I'm like, my average grocery bill is like $65 a week, when I go. I said, he said, well, it builds up. I'm like, well, it would take me, 2 or 3 times going to the grocery store to make that,
Right.
So I said, it doesn't, spend that much to get, 30 cents off my grocery bill or whatever,
Well, they said it's like a mini Walmart. They have clothes, everything.
Oh, they've got it's a twin to Walmart. Yeah, they've got clothes, they got automotive. I mean, everything's the same, but the layout and the way it's set up is just. I mean, like I said, if you went in enough times, I'm sure you'd learn and get used to how it's set up and all that kind of stuff. It's just I'm not all about that.
Right.
I like being able to walk in, know exactly where I'm going to get my stuff. And, under 20 minutes, I'm in and out and got all my groceries.
Oh, you don't do the Walmart call ahead and pick up?
No, because I buy a lot of fresh meat and stuff. And the couple times that I did it, I wasn't real happy with what I got.
Well,
Don't go to Walmart.
well, don't go to Walmart to get meat. That's for sure.
Wow.
Their
Yes.
hamburger tastes like it's got cleaner.
I'm a firm believer of Poland's. I go up there and buy biggest majority of our stuff. Until I just got kicked pretty good. I bought a half a hog and a quarter of a beef. And lo and behold, somebody unplugged my freezer and I lost it all.
Oh gosh.
So
Yeah,
now we got to order again.
all of it.
It wasn't me that unplugged it.
I think it was our little baby.
What little baby?
Really?
Remy?
Yeah.
Remy didn't even hear us. Oh, yes, she did.
Oh, there she is.
Hi, honey. There, Mom.
I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, she actually turned into a horse, ain't she?
Oh, yeah.
But it's sad. She's sad though. We had to put on medication. She's so.
No, we're talking about his dog, Mark's baby. She come up and got on film now, video now.
Well, now I got to get over there to that shop and pull my chimney apart, get the bird nest and all that out of it, and start turning some wrenches.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Have you looked at those diesel heaters?
Hmm.
Those 5 kilowatt diesel heaters?
No, I've seen them, but I never really looked into them.
I've been looking at them, and I think it would be perfect for your size of shop.
Mm-hmm.
They'll run like 8 hours on a gallon of diesel fuel. I've been watching some guys that are heating like 1,000 square foot, 1,200 square foot shops with them, and I mean it's like 20 degrees outside, and
Really?
they're heating them. And the nice thing about it is that you can set them. So I mean, if you set it up right, you can put like a 5-gallon can on it because it's got a fuel pump, and the thing will run 2 or 3 days, and you can set it for like 40 degrees, 50 degrees, and have the shop warm all the time. So like if you come home on Friday night, you fire that thing up Friday night, and by Saturday morning, it's 70 degrees in there. And
Mm-hmm.
and if they're just those teeny tiny small things, I mean,
Wow.
Well, I went yesterday and I bought a 18,000 BTU propane heater to go in my shop. I got one in big old torpedo heaters, but that song will make it makes so daggone much racket. I can't stand it in there.
Right. Uh-oh. Thomas is eating cookie dough ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
well, you can get them 5K heaters from Vivor for like $100.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what that propane was yesterday, $109.
Mm-hmm.
It's 80,000 BTU.
Well, anyway, Carol, I'm going to be coming down your way tomorrow. I'll probably be down there. Usually I get in your area about 3 o'clock. If you want, you can meet me down there at Fort Chiswell. Get a bite to eat. That's if the wife will let you out of the house.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, anytime you get down in here and you break something that you got to get fixed, I mean, if you can fix it yourself, then holler at me. I'll run over there and we can.
Oh, yeah.
And
Anything
we'll
happens,
go
break down.
find the parts and get you back going. Be cheaper than paying that doggone truck stop. Truck stop.
It wasn't even, I was in the truck stop parking lot there at Fort Chiswell. That's where I normally stop. The garage was closed, so I had to have a service truck come out.
Wow.
And that guy was, whew. But I didn't pay him for 3 days afterwards because he couldn't take payment.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't have that much cash with me. I would have if I didn't just fuel.
Yeah.
But it was unbelievable.
I didn't time to get my 4-wheel anymore.
So then he thought real smart, well, hey, there's an ATM inside. Well, if you can't run it, how in the hell are they going to run it?
The
I
ATM
mean, he had a good answer. I mean, but
draw so much out.
they didn't have nothing. He says, I can't even get my cell phone to work here in the parking lot. I said, exactly.
They kind of have to have towers to work.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm.
You ever see that mountain right there at Fort Chiswell is what splits the weather here on the mountain.
Yeah, that's what kind of splits the weather where we're at, sitting up here on the hill up here where we're at. Because I mean, that mountain and all that forms a wind tunnel through here, and it either blows the clouds over us or
To the
away
north or
from
south.
us, north or south of us.
Right.
Tell him that the picture of our house and where we're at on top of the mountain is on my Facebook. Google Street View finally got down here.
Yeah, they actually put us on Google Street View now, and I can't hide nothing out in the front yard.
Yeah, in the backyard though.
But I'll give you a holler
All right, well,
once I hit the top of Virginia there.
just give me about a hour head start, and I'll meet you over there.
Yeah, because how far are you from Fort Chiswell there?
I'm probably 20 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic. Because I mean, we're up here closer to the Volvo plant than we are to Fort Chiswell. But
Right.
I
You
mean,
know, that's the only thing that sucks when I go up 81 and that there ain't no truck stops up that way. There's
No.
nothing.
the only thing that's there is there's a
a
little
Hardee's in
little
Dublin.
fuel stop there at Dublin right there when you get off the interstate. And there's a little fuel stop there, but other than that, there ain't nothing through here.
There's a Hardee's there in Dublin that's got a few spaces.
I mean,
Jerry parked his truck down.
but I mean, once you get past that Love's down there, and that doggone Love stays so damn full, 24 hours a day, you can't get in and out of that song. So
I don't care for them Loves, and they pile in there like crazy.
yeah,
You
I
pull in
mean-
there to get fuel and shoot. You sit there and sit there.
yeah. There's an old truck stop that's up at the next exit from where Gloves is, and that whenever I was meeting Delisa at, that's where I went to. I parked in that place down there. I didn't even try to go to. I didn't even try to get in them that and I Gloves down there because
I was his
Here you go, guys. How's that for a girl?
Oh, Lordy. Look at that hair.
hair.
Looks like a little bird sticking up a mohawk.
See that? There's Santa Ed.
Oh, Lordy.
How old is she?
How old is she now, Trip? 12 weeks. And this is the ugly father. Look at this guy.
Oh, Lordy.
Well, Briggs, you might as well just go on and move to Florida because it looks like they spitting out kids every 3 or 4 months down there. So I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, everybody, we're going to have to shut this down because I talked to Mater earlier today and he's going live at 7. So I'm going to get out of here so I don't cut into Mater. And I just want to touch base with you all. But the wife says, I guess we're going to start this YouTube over again.
Ask him how
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to have to start building motors because I got a motor that's ailing me. I'm going to show some of the build on that motor, but then that motor is going to go silent until we fire. So, Ed, and you know why.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it at that. But we'll fix it. We'll get it right. It'll be a contender.
Sooner or later.
But anyway, everybody, I'm glad y'all had a Merry Christmas. Hope the rest of it goes very well for y'all. Be safe. Everybody take care, and we'll see y'all again. Thank you.
all right.
See y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and everything else. If I don't see y'all before then.
Yep.
We'll see y'all.
All right, I'll give you a call tomorrow.
No. Just